Initiating System 1. System 1 loaded.
The GoreCast is brought to you by American Horrors, the greatest uncut horror channel in the world. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all horror. As well as the Station of Decapitation Without Your Head.
America's longest running horror channel, www.withoutyourhead.com.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
What's up, GoreCasters? Welcome back here to the GoreCast on Thursday night for the usual GoreCast group chat. Me and my festive mystery. Buzz looks depressed already, and we haven't even started the show. Yeah, as is customary during the Christmas run, I try to find some Christmas horror movies for us to watch during the festive season. And as Buzz has unfortunately discovered from this first run of festive horror movies that we've done this season, is that there's like 5 good Christmas horror movies, and all the rest are pretty dodgy. And more of them contain Nazis than you would expect.
Yeah.
Didn't think I was good at that in my Christmas movies, but here we are.
Yeah, because isn't there Nazis mixed up in Two Front Teeth as well at some stage?
No, oh, Jesus.
No, I might. Do you know what? I might have just added Nazis in it. You know,
if you think you're fantasy booking,
you felt there was like a spot open there.
There are ninja nuns, which I very much appreciated.
Yes, who are absolutely useless.
We'll wait to get into all of that later on, because that's our last movie of the night.
Jesus.
But we also have Elves from 1989, which, Jesus fucking Christ, I don't know what magical concoction of hallucinogenic drugs the writers of this were on. Not unlike some of Stephen King's novels, I feel that some of these were powered by cocaine, and it's highly evident.
Something stronger than booze.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's definitely stronger than booze. Yes.
Yeah. LSD laced booze.
Sure. Well, then is it really the booze anymore that's doing anything if it's LSD laced?
Maybe if it's absinthe.
Look, even with the absinthe, I feel once the LSD component is in there, it's down to just good old fashioned acid is what's sorting your brain out. Jaron Biller in the chat. How are you guys? How's everybody going?
Hi, Jer. Hi, Bill.
I'm exhausted. I can't sleep because my back is fucked. Oh, mate. Oh, sorry to hear about that. Back to around 8 balls and skull and whiskey. Well, hey, dude. It sucks, but it's an unfortunate, Dad's doing the same thing with dialysis and stuff like that, and it's a pain in the ass, but it works, So, hope it goes smoothly for you. Would be I suppose, the only thing you can do, because it's like what you do, high five dialysis. Like, I mean, that doesn't, that doesn't work. Yes. Anyway, yeah, that was Elves. Then after that, the evil sentient snowman that we talked about last year, known as Jack Frost, had a sequel, and it's definitely
another film with him in it.
It's definitely another film featuring Jack Frost.
Oh yeah,
I can testify to that much. As for how good of a movie it is after that, I don't rightly know. Yes, Bill, I see my name mentioned. I have a segue for you already. Go on. I'm always down for a good segue.
There was a smudge on the camera.
WWW. All right. The segue is the segue been sent to me in Discord?
I have no idea. It might have been. He is strange sometimes.
This segue sure seems like an image.
Okay.
Huh. Yeah, that was literally the first thing I thought. Buzz, right, I'm going to have to ask a question. Have you ever done any sort of raunchy photo shoot involving an American flag in the sunset by any chance? That just springs to mind. You're going to find out why in a minute, because this is getting downloaded so fast I cannot describe.
I mean,
as sidetracks go for a start of
okay, because I was gonna say, because like there's always that one night that you can't fully remember.
Well, this because there's photographic evidence was 100% definitely not taken at nighttime.
This is why I avoid cameras. Says the guy.
I would go as far as to say that people. I would say someone that probably went out of the way to definitely do it during magic hour.
Magic hour. It's when the
magic
lights
hour,
just
the
right.
hour before dusk and dawn, where the sun has the
sky
lit up all orange, but you don't have the actual UV rays interfering with your camera shot.
Magic hour. I'm just picturing something to do with Buzz, American flag, questionable picture, dusk. It just.
Don't worry, it's coming. You all are able to see the stream, are you?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, sure. We'll just throw it in there and see how we get on. One moment now. Naked Buzz. I want to be a naked Buzz. I said
pretty sure I don't.
Naked Buzz. Macho. Oh, there it is in all its gloriousness. Which does.
Do we need to do a drum roll or something for this?
If you want to do a drum roll, now would be a good time.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Good.
yes.
What the fuck, Buzz?
Isn't it?
What did you do?
Isn't it?
I don't see anything.
Yeah. Oh.
That was my reaction. Oh, why is he sending me nudie photos of Buzz?
I didn't realize they were so see-through.
If only America was actually that transparent.
I can't really see it because it's on my phone. It's really tiny.
Do you want me to send it to you?
I really don't care.
Okay. But just to clarify, Buzz, will you do me a favor? Will you lift up your right t-shirt sleeve for me, please?
No.
Why?
Because I don't want to.
Wait, do you have a tattoo sleeve?
No.
Okay, well then maybe lift up your right t-shirt sleeve for me, please.
Why?
Because I'm debunking right now.
I don't want to.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Well, I can zoom in here. This guy's got a tattoo sleeve. And Buzz doesn't have a tattoo sleeve. So, unless Buzz has had laser surgery done on his arm, I don't believe this is in fact Buzz. But it's a photo, I won't lie to you, it's a photo that has made me happier than I should. Do you ever just see a photo of someone and you're like, that lad's having a good time? That's how I feel about that photo.
Definitely having a good time. I mean, like,
yeah,
that's some carefree days right there.
That lad's having a good time, and you know what? More power to you, mate. If rocking out nudie shots in the dusk with an American flag is how you fucking roll, bro, more power to you. Boink. More power to you.
So still didn't realize they were so see-through.
I suppose those flags are only like nylon or something, aren't they?
Yeah, but wow.
I was aware that this movie came out in 1989, but it actually blew my balls when someone reminded me that it came out in 1989 because I thought it was from the 70s or the 60s or with the world's first video camera. I'm not exactly sure. It's got a good voiceover anyway. Oh, this is a special film, lads. This is a special film. We're going to move into our first movie of the night, which is Elves from 1989. And as I said, this is a special film. Is this Elves from 1989? You're not Elves from 1989. You're Buzz's footage. Why aren't you? Browse. Download. Where did my video go?
I should go grab my bottle of eggnog.
Never downloaded it, that's why. I've now downloaded. You want your bottle of Granny Buzz's special eggnog?
With my special label on it still. Still sitting in the refrigerator.
Has anyone noticed that you now just are...
No, because like, my dad already knows about it because like he was home when I put it on there and he was in the picture in the background when I took it and sent it to you when I first put it on there, so they were aware of it. But I didn't want to take it off because I'm like, just in case I got to reshoot something, I'd rather just leave it on there. And because, dude, it was a pain in the fucking ass to print off because I couldn't get the right fucking size. I have like...
I liked it, mate. If it's any consolation, I thought you did a good job.
I thought it turned out good, dude.
I put two failed prints, not failed prints, but like two big prints in my top drawer. So I was thinking about framing one and putting it on the wall.
Bill just said that it would appear Buzz has started OnlyFans early.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing with setting up an OnlyFans page. You need to lay down the groundwork first, and I appreciate that he's taken the bullet. So.
Also, I don't wear cowboy hats, so... And I don't live in country scenery like that is.
No, but you could have visited and borrowed.
Hang on a minute. I don't live in country scenery. That is a garden with some trees in it, mate.
We don't have those here.
You don't have trees in Michigan?
I have trees, but not like that. Looked like a freaking barn, not barn, but like a farm or something.
He's not lying, dude. It kind of looked like a country road.
Country road.
I'm not saying we don't have them in Michigan, just not in my city. I'm more of a urban city, not a country bumpkin city. And I don't have time to travel and go anywhere else because I got the GoreCast to do stuff. I don't got time to be going out, and I got to watch terrible movies like Elves and Jack Frost 2 and my two front teeth or fucking... Oh, I got some words to that bitch when we get into that movie.
All those ones for Christmas is some good films to watch.
I'll give you a good film to watch. Or I gave you a good film to watch already. Secret Santa, surprisingly good.
Yeah.
I didn't ask you, Google. Secret Santa, really good. A family gets dosed up to high holy heaven by one of the occupants of a Christmas dinner with sodium pentothal and way too much of it. And then everyone starts speaking truths and lose their fucking mind. And then murder, kill, murder, kill. And then it kind of goes a bit zombie movie.
Ooh, all right.
In a weird way. Not literally. They're not literally zombies. Do you know what I mean? But the...
kind of mindless.
No, not so much mindless, but I don't want to ruin it in case anyone does watch it. So, yeah, I really enjoyed it because it was one of those kind of things where I was like, oh, this is going to be god awful, and then some kind of shit happens, and you're like, okay, and then they make the whole family so unlikable that you're kind of like, I can get behind literally anything happening to any of these people, to be blatantly honest. That's all pretty good. I'm ready to see some shit happen, and then some shit fucking happens, and you're like, wow. It's good. Unfortunately, that's not the movie we're reviewing right now.
No.
So, Elves from 1989. This, I'm going to read you the IMDb synopsis really quickly because I would love to see how they synopsize this fucking thing. A young woman discovers that she is the focus of an evil Nazi experiment involving selective breeding and summoned elves, an attempt to create a race of supermen. She and two of her friends are trapped in a department store with an elf, and only Dan Haggerty, as the renegade loose cannon Santa Claus, can save them. Now that is,
you know what?
Partially...
That's like nail on the head.
It's not inaccurate, but it's not exactly.
No. They definitely took some scenes of a movie and wrote a thing that loosely ties in to what those scenes of the movie are.
Well,
Dan Haggerty,
but they also
as
didn't
a loose cannon Santa Claus, Dan Haggerty is temporarily a Santa Claus for a short period of time during the movie,
and is referred to as Santa by the main actors as a result of that temporary posting, and is the most politest person you can ever meet on the face of God's blue earth.
If a man is going to beat you to death with his bare hands, and believe me, Dan Haggerty will, because he does that several times during the movie. Like it's a weird thing where you're kind of like, do you know, like say Arnold Schwarzenegger in his I'm a Good Guy movies, do you know, there's like pew 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 explosion, the bad guys die or whatever, but you never really see him physically hold a man down on the ground by the face and punch him clean to death.
Right.
Because that's kind of a bad guy thing.
You can blow them up, you can stab them, shoot them, flip their car even.
You can blow them up.
Going hand to hand with the Predator doesn't count.
Real men walk away from explosions. No. They don't even turn around, and they just turn around and walk
Light
away.
The match over the shoulder.
But here's the thing. Right? Because he's so polite, because of how he looks, because he is in fact beating people to death with his bare hands, he's perfect as Santa.
He is,
and he's not even really like mad while he's doing it.
That's what I was trying to say is that if you are going to get murdered by a large Santa-looking man beating you physically to death on the ground, it's probably going to be one of the politer murders that you're ever going to go through, because he doesn't even raise his voice when he's killing you.
Right.
I don't think he can.
That man, I'm actually wondering, is it like throat cancer from all of the cigarettes? Is it like, it's like, this is my de facto voice?
So he has the same reaction to every situation.
Well, no, but in his defense, he does have different reactions. He just speaks in the same tone.
Yeah.
Facially, there's a lot going on. You know, sadness, anger.
But sadness, that's
anger. That's pretty much it.
Depression. There's some kind of depression in there because he was not having a good couple days because
No, I won't lie to you. Even with the being homeless and all that shit, he pretty much took that on the chin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he also took care of it by making sure he wasn't homeless by sleeping in the basement of that shop.
Yes, and letting underage girls come in and party there.
Right.
As long as they were safe while doing it.
Yes.
You guys, make sure you don't steal anything. Clean up after yourselves. Be safe. But those are my ground rules to your illegal shenanigans.
Whatever you say, Harry, fuck, we all broke in here. You don't tell me what to do, motherfucker. Bye.
Hey, look, at the end of the day, he was that. I consider that to be a well-meaning conversation. Look, girls, we're all in here
Rochi,
illegally.
what's going on? Welcome to the Chisnets. How are you? We're talking about a terrible movie.
Yeah, but we're all in here illegally. I'm not going to do anything to ye. You're not going to fuck up my day. Have your fun. Don't make a mess. Don't make it look like we're all in here illegally when the people come in tomorrow, and we can all enjoy our night. I'm down here in the basement. Don't fucking annoy me. I'll be sleeping. But I'm down here in the basement in case things go wrong.
You know you're in for a good movie when I don't even think... Obviously, I didn't know because I was only not even 10 minutes into the movie. But they start off with some incest kind of going on there. You know, brothers all like, I want to see your tits. I saw your tits. I'm going to tell everybody about your tits. And I was like, okay, then. But she was wearing a cool Guns N' Roses t-shirt.
I love when the horny brother... I love when the horny brother looks at the sister's boobs. Then when the sister calls him a pervert, his answer back is, and this is verbatim, by the way, because I memorized it because it was so shockingly hilarious. I'm not a pervert. I just like looking at big fucking tits.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
And then not even 5 minutes, she insists on getting in a tickle fight with him because that's not going to confuse him.
Didn't it go a little bit like The Room?
To be fair, I think he had agreed to give her back all the money that her cunt of a mother had basically stolen from her in the previous scene.
The little brother?
Yeah. Yeah, because the brother said that he was getting all of her money, and then she grabs onto him by the ear until he agrees, fine, I'll give you back all the money. And that's when the
And then she discourages her pervo brother from trying to look at her naked again by having a naked fight with him.
She wasn't naked at that stage.
She was just in the dressing gown she had thrown on after
she had a
coming out of
Guns
the
N'
bathroom.
Roses t-shirt on, I think.
Yes.
No. Dressing gown first, Guns N' Roses
blouse.
t-shirt was after.
Yeah, she had a red.
That was the best part of the movie for me. I saw that.
Yeah,
and I was
it was like
yes.
The Room, where the two of them are like, "We're going to have sex now, Tommy, but first we're going to have a tickle fight." I did not do it. I did not hit her. Love it. It's great. It's a goddamn masterpiece. It's not. It really isn't.
Yep.
The movie James Franco did, where he plays your man from The Room, that's a goddamn masterpiece. It's Disaster Artist.
Yeah, there you go. I always forgot the name.
It's so good. They have shots from the original movie and the redone versions from James Franco. The timing and everything that they have is like you could run the two scenes perfectly together and nearly everything happened beat for beat.
Oh, no shit.
I did not do it. I did not hit her. Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, no.
I don't know. Maybe Johnny is vampire. Such a movie. That was on the Sky. He bought this big expensive car that they didn't really use in the Room movie that much, and he wanted a scene where the car flew off into the sky, and it's a pretty realistic based drama up until this point where he just wants the car to fly off into the sky, and the director guy supposedly was like, "Why the fuck would we have a flying car? It makes no sense in relation to plans." Like, I don't know. Maybe Johnny is vampire. Why does that mean you got a flying fucking car?
Oh, hi, doggy.
Wow.
There's a little dog in the shop. Oh, my God.
Hi,
I think there might have been a cartoon where Dracula had a flying car.
Oh.
Probably.
I think so, dude. Seemed like there was like a monsters kind of vibe thing to it.
Yeah. It wasn't Groovy Ghoulies.
Was it Crazy High?
No, Vinny didn't. He wasn't old enough to drive.
Come take a seat, yeah. I'm dying to meet you.
Was it Elves?
No, it was not.
I'm just trying to talk about things that are nice.
Track Pack.
I was trying to find something good about the movie, and I just...
I am a fan of the A-Team. I don't think there is... I have actual, like, ingrained childhood memories I will hold and cherish dear that solely revolve around the A-Team, including, like, with my dad, because it used to be on, like, ITV on a Sunday after Baywatch, and we used to, like, sit down and just, like, eat jam and crackers and just chill out and watch fucking stuff.
Two things. Firstly,
that was only last week, back when I was a kid. Oh, it's good times. I'm only joking.
I think Jack Pack might be the thing with the flying car. And secondly, hi Charlie, welcome to the stream. Apparently, she likes Buzz's t-shirt.
Hey Charlie.
Carter's t-shirt.
Oh, Carter's t-shirt. Sorry.
My t-shirt's cool too, but
When
it's
Captain
a
America
Turks.
throws his mighty
Yeah, but I mean, like-
shield, all those who chose to oppose his shield must yield.
I have a Legend of Zelda themed Game Chasers t-shirt on.
Yeah,
I
I mean, like,
noticed.
not Captain America.
So
You're
yeah,
not Captain
so
America
anyway,
either.
Yeah, young girl having a
I'm
shower
sorry, I
is how the
was.
movie starts off. Getting perved on by her brother. Then inappropriate tickle fight, and then her mom's a total cunt, and she tries to take all of her money because she had the gall to go off and have her own job and her own money. And then she seems to have a kind of a witch coven-y thing that she does with her friends where they try to summon stuff. And then they decide they're going to break into the mall. And they're going to go do some makeups and stuff like that. And
They're going to have sex
we go
with
off on the side
boys.
story, which is Grizzly Adams is out of work cop. You kind of get the gist. It's because he had alcohol problems, which he has since gotten over, or he had major smoking problems, which he still has. I'm not exactly sure.
He
how-
probably
Didn't hear-
went through
Didn't
about
hear
12 packs of
smoking's good for you,
smokes
according to the
during
Surgeon
making
General
this
in
show.
this film.
Yeah, this movie
Right.
this movie was advertising and funded by cigarettes. Yeah,
Not a
20
specific brand, just cigarettes in
Grizzly
general.
Adams, after a mall Santa is pervy on our young leading lady who is Kirsten. The young leading lady, Kirsten, gets hit on by a horny Santa Claus that's working in the mall. And then Grizzly Adams notices it, and he goes in and tries to apply for a job, and he automatically gets hired for Santa Claus because he speaks really quietly like this all of the time, and he has a massive beard.
You're leaving out the part where Pervy Santa got whacked for perving on the girl.
Yes, by the elf.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it was. Because
I
he
was
kind
gonna
of
get- I
got
was gonna
caught
get
up
to that.
under.
But anyway, this
I don't think there's anything getting
she goes
anything.
home. She goes home, and there's Nazi guys looking for her because she's the key to genetic breeding with an elf to start a race of Supermen. And then her mother reveals what can only be described as a bombshell. And I'm going to do this for you scene for scene, or shot for shot, including the actual music used in the movie, which is, "Don't you talk to me like that." Or no, sorry. "You go downstairs because your grandfather is your father." Din, din, din. They used actual music. I thought that was added in when I watched that in music reviews. Nope. That's actually in the movie. And then the elf has been hunting around town and has just been murdering people left, right, and center, trying to find his young concubine that he's able to go and copulate with. And then all the Nazis meet Santa Claus in the house. There's a gunfight / fist fight. Some men are impervious to bullets and some men are not. And then the brother and the sister run out into the woods to try and get away from the elf on their own. If you're wondering why I've only mentioned one elf, by the way, I'm just going to do a bit of a fourth wall break here from my movie description. If you're waiting for I heard the word elves mentioned in the movie, that's mistitles.
Yeah.
I have no more background story for that. It's a
We
lie.
should be able to sue.
I think that was a typo
that's
correction
false
that somebody should have.
Anyway, and then off camera at some stage, that horny little elf gets to fuck young Kirsten.
They should have taken a lesson from Voodoo.
What?
For that scene, they could have taken a lesson from Voodoo.
Right.
The song by Godsmack?
Yeah. No, I'm just going to keep moving on now. I hate when he does this. And then the young brother goes to save the sister, but unawarely, she's already been knocked up by said elf. And then he hands her a magic rock that really only kind of came into the picture about 3/4 ways through the movie, kind of out of nowhere, mostly because I feel they needed a plot device to be able to kill the elf, because he'd been mostly described as unkillable for most of the movie. And then she penetrates the ground in a sexual manner into the elf's den, which remarkably looked like a ground vagina. And then the elf just explodes. And then we see evidence that young Kirsten has been knocked up with an elf baby. And then credits. And then I had a really long shower afterwards.
See, I think what happened was when she put the rock in said ground vagina, and then all the trippy stuff. I think we finally, caught up with what the director was seeing when he was directing this movie because of all the amounts of drugs that they were on. Yeah. I think that's what happened.
She gets out in the woods, she fights the elf, and then she literally fucks the ground. What do you mean, like, fucks the ground? Like, with the trees thing from Evil Dead? No. I mean, she's going to take a big crystal dick.
This is the woman's revenge on that scene.
The ground. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
and also there was a drawing that very, very noticeably had Nazi nipples on it, but no one mentioned or discovered it until the grandfather went, look at my pencil. Tic-tac-toe, bitch. There you go. Do you understand what's going on now? Jesus
Because
Christ.
she was having those dreams.
Yes.
Nazis.
Yeah. You need to worry about the elf and the Germans. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Dieter, this movie is fucking mental. Although I enjoyed it because it was so mental. I was like,
dude.
About 25 minutes in, my brain just went, you know what? I feel there's going to be a weird roller coaster going on with this, and I'm just going to strap the fuck in. And my brain was right.
I was already happy just watching fucking Dan Hogarty just walking around doing his thing. And then all of a sudden I'm like,
for me as well.
Right. I'm like, oh, well, shit, he's cool as fuck, dude. I'm sold. Okay.
Well,
elf. Oh, God.
The chillest man on the planet.
Oh, my God. Nazis. I was happy as fuck, dude.
Is that pleasant mall Santa Claus pounding a guy's face into the ground?
And then I love how he just shows up to, the library and some dude's house as he's cutting his ham dinner for Christmas.
The way Grizzly Adams murders people in this movie is verging on sociopathic.
But
it's all choking and physical holding down and punching until they stop moving. Do you know? It's not just I like murdering kind of guy. It's a proper, I like to get up close and I like to be the one that literally jukes the last little, I don't want a knife to do it. I want to hear the last little
He's a former alcoholic cop who is now relegated to living in the basement of a shop and working as their occasional Christmas Santa. He has a lot of rage to work out. Dude.
He got peed on.
But you know what?
You got peed on before?
Hey, in fairness, contrary to the footage as you're seeing running on the screen right now, contrary to the actual, contrary to what the footage looks like behind the logo, this was made in 1989.
Yeah, it does not look like it. It looks like...
Yeah, this looks like it's straight out of the 60s.
Yeah.
It does.
Which would make sense because everybody was whacked out in the 60s.
Well, you're talking about how like a murder fest he was, but you think about it like in the library, he's just going to fucking town on this dude's face, but then just kind of turns, run kids, and then goes back to pounding this dude's face in the floor.
Kids,
shout.
You need to get into the woods. The elf is going to try and kill you. Don't forget to pick up the glowing rock thing, because I get the impression that that's going to be crucial.
Right. He wasn't shouting. Make sure you wasn't trying to.
Because your grandfather's last words were glowing rock.
Make sure you take that little brown baggie because I packed you a lunch just to make sure if you get hungry.
Yeah.
Because that's how nice he is. Because he's Dan Haggerty. He's Grizzly Goddamn Adams.
Yeah, they literally hired Grizzly Adams as Grizzly Adams.
And yeah, except there's minus the
Grizzly Santa.
There's no bears. There's no bears.
Opposed to in Grizzly Adams where he was wrestling a bear and he's like, why don't you listen to me, bear? I really don't want to be having this fight with you. I mean, you're all here with your loud rah-rah-rahs and I'm trying to communicate like two adults. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. Or I can just put you in a headlock and punch you unconscious until you listen to what I say. Whatever one you want to do.
He's used to punching bears. Those
Charlie,
Nazis
welcome to the chat. How are you?
chance.
We were just talking about punching bears in the face.
Charlie's been here for a while. We said hello to her ages ago.
I missed that.
Okay.
Well, I've now said hello to Charlie. She's got a full set, so
that's okay. You were too busy going through the over-complicated plot of Elves.
Charlie, the answer to your request is a film called The Outpost.
Yeah, only the first one. fuck the franchise.
That was a
Well, I kind of like the rest of them, not going to lie. But yes, the first is the best.
But I mean, like, the story just got weird. Like, the first one
yeah.
was straight up fucking solid.
Oh, yeah.
Which one's the Outpost?
A team of mercs is hired to go into a bunker in the middle of
Got it.
Ukraine or something like that.
No, sorry, I got it. Yeah, no, sorry. The minute you said mercs, I was like, okay, because all I had in my head for a minute was that one with the in the World War II trenches with the possessed.
That's Death Watch.
Oh, such a good movie.
Oh,
World
yeah.
War One trenches.
Such a good movie. Back when England were just banging out awesome horror movies back to back, because it was like Death Watch came out, and then it was like Dog Soldiers came out, and then it was like fucking.
Actually,
there was like 8 years where England knocked out at least one banger of a horror movie a year.
Technically, that's a French company that was doing it, but yes, it was all English crew that was making those films.
It was a French company that distributed it.
Pathé.
Yeah, they're the distributor. They're not the production company.
Okay.
But yeah, no, Outpost, dude, I fucking love that one.
Consider yourself
good cast.
Schooled.
Anyway.
I
don't know, man. Like I said, I
don't get to pull that one on you very much. I've been holding that in the bag for ages.
There's so much to like fucking, to complain about this movie, but I'm sorry, I dug it.
I love
it. It was funny. The special effects are way like watching the little fucking elf walk and like try to attack people.
I'll tell you one thing that one thing I genuinely fucking love about this movie is the elf's modus operandi is essentially Jason Voorhees.
Yep.
If Jason Voorhees was an elf. He doesn't like, I'm not like, you know the way like Michael Myers for the most part is like, I've got my knife, I do my stabby stabs and that happens. And then you had like Freddy Krueger, which was like, I've got my claws, I do my weird shit in the dream world, and that's how that happens. And Jason Voorhees was kind of like, what is in my general vicinity that I can fucking murder somebody up with? Okie dokie, it's a fucking harpoon gun today. Okie dokie, we're gonna fucking mash your face into a car wheel. Okie dokie, you've unfortunately left your fucking Mr. Plow on. Okie dokie. Do you know, he's Jason's a murderer of happenstance. Do you know what I mean? It's like, what if you're in the location, whatever the most murdery thing he can work out in his head as the murder device is, he'll go for it.
Person who definitely uses his surroundings to his benefit.
Yes, and the elf reminded me of him in this way, because the elf was very much like, alrighty, you for some reason have a toaster in the bathroom. Well, I mean, you're kind of looking for that to happen, to be blatantly honest.
Radio.
It was a radio.
Yeah. By the way, hot Nazi mom, by the way. Going to say that right out. I'll give her creds where creds is due.
I enjoyed the bath scene.
Yeah.
Hot Nazi mom stunt double. I'll give her a nod, I guess. I don't know.
Wait, what?
Stunt double?
The
what
body
stunts
double.
did she do?
Oh, she has a butt double, is it?
Mom. Yeah.
Mom was definitely full frontal in the bathtub.
No, because if you watch her in when she's laying in the tub, she's wearing a top that she keeps like popping up with, and they also kind of hide the face when they go full body.
I did notice a bikini top at one stage.
Yeah,
a white bikini top.
I thought those were tan lines.
Yellow and orange, dude.
The orange was the.
You have not been to Ireland, Carter.
Hang on.
Oh, my bad.
Morange is the literal color of people that go out to nightclubs.
But yeah, either way, when Mom was
a
in the
bit
tub,
orange.
She had a top that kept popping above camera, and when they showed body parts, her face was always kind of hidden.
Yeah, so there's no real historical significance as to how the elf, because you'd be wondering where, because you would assume when you hear incestuous relationships, so that you can have pure DNA that you can breed with the elf, because that will make superhumans. You would have thought there was some equation to success that would lie upon that kind of thing, and maybe there is. We never find out what it fucking is during the movie. Mostly it's that horny granddad was like, we need to keep the bloodline pure and make sure she doesn't get knocked the fuck up before the elf shows up. And then she bangs elf. And then It
The
was,
Antichrist.
as I liked it, it was very much the underpants gnomes of incestuous Nazi elf fucking, which was basically step 1, incestuous daughter. Step 2, step 3, superhumans.
Well, no, the grandfather turns around and he actually, like, Santa, Grizzly Adams, whatever you want to call him, asks him, why the fuck are you doing this? And he goes, just look at your Bible. He goes, are you familiar with the Bible? Yeah, I owned one. Oh, no, it was someone else said that. Point is, it's supposed to be the Antichrist. Whatever the kid is from her getting knocked up by an elf is supposed to literally be the Antichrist, and that would start the book.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, there's parts of an equation there, but the real important part of the equation, which would be the actual maths, isn't there.
Virgin gets knocked up by elf, child is Antichrist.
And how is the elf? Also, speaking of elves, because you would be like, Santa's a good person. How does this tie into everything? One thing that really bugged me about this movie, and it's on the branding, outside of the fact that it was called Elves and there's only the elf in it, on the branding, like the tagline of the movie poster is, they're not working for Santa anymore. When the fuck were they working for Santa in the movie in the fucking first place? This is just a miscellaneous elf. That, strangely enough, very, very rarely gets referred to as an elf within the movie. I heard it get called a troll a load of fucking times. Yeah.
There was called a raccoon or squirrel at one point too.
Right.
When
that was the mother trying
early
to fall
on.
off the daughters.
Yeah. And the freaking mom drowning the cat in the toilet, that was, oh my God, I wanted to punch my TV.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing with the mom. Mom was never supposed to be viewed by the audience as anything but a cunt. And I will give them credit where credit's due. You did a very good job. Because
Except for that time that they explain all of her behavior with the whole, I was drugged and raped by your grandfather / daddy. Which would go a long way to explaining why she hates the daughter. And also, once again, raises the question of where the actual smeg did her son come from.
Yeah, like that it did bother me trying to do the math.
It wouldn't have come from the grandpa, because once the daughter was born, it would probably.
I hope it didn't come from the grandma.
No, it said the grandpa.
Gotcha.
Because once the daughter is born, there's your peer, so there would be no necessity to impregnate that daughter again.
Yep. Anyway, before we move on, just briefly, hello, Best RC, who has joined us in the chats.
Hey, RC.
Hey, Best.
Oh, my God.
Just had to do some execs to be in Google. Gizka let me down. Gizka let you down on what?
She was trying to think of the name of a movie.
I thought we resolved the movie name issue.
No.
This is something else.
Yeah, she was thinking of Overlord.
Well, yeah, zombie.
That's a good movie. I really liked that movie up until the end. And I was
it did get weird towards the end, but got up to it was fucking awesome though.
Here's the thing, I don't mind shit getting weird at the end. What I don't like is where you just throw something in for the sake of shock value without any substance to it. And it was very much an ending that was just, it was a shock, it was a jump scare ending, essentially, but it wasn't like a jump scare, if you get me.
I just remember thinking that I saw the trailer for it, and it just didn't live up to what I expected from the trailer, I guess.
No, I don't know, man. Like, especially the effects, man. Like, they came up with some cool looking shit,
Yeah, but story wise, that was my main thing. I was hoping for a good story, nice and creepy, and I just felt disappointed after watching it.
Yeah, it was mostly a war movie with some horror shit that happens in it.
Yeah, I don't know, it just didn't work for me.
Too much guys sitting in a mansion just arguing with each other first.
Are you sure you're not thinking of Ghosts of War?
Nope.
Okay.
Dude, you know what? The payoff to that one was good, but the slow, dragged out story was like, fuck, dude.
I like Ghosts of War.
I didn't know if I was going to finish that movie.
Seeing as we're branching off, will we move into the trailers and we will come back with the next movie?
Yeah.
Right, we're going to give you one bonus about this is that it actually got a good old-fashioned 1980s voiceover for the trailer, and that's always fun. So we're going to hit the trailer, and we'll be back where we're going to be talking about 2000's Jack Frost.
Part 2.
# it's a movie.
Yeah.
What brings you down then?
I'm studying London College of Fashion.
Room is on the top floor.
It's perfect. I love it. If I could live any place and any time, I'd live here in London. In the 60s.
AIP home video.
Whoop. Okay. It would appear I had a spastic attack there for a moment. So if you just give me 2 seconds, we'll chat away. Johnny, look, full discretion. Johnny may be a bit sleep deprived tonight. I know I've held it together relatively well up until now, but I may have put the movie as the background and still left the movie from last week running. So if you just give me a second, we'll just sort this kerfuffle out. Right.
It's okay. I think Carter's entertaining everybody by communicating with his cat.
I think he's trying to communicate.
Oh, no, that was... Sorry.
He's still up here. What's up, dude? He was
He's just
quiet.
trying-
I didn't realize he was up there.
And I sure as hell am not doing a trailer reaction because I will not reenact incest.
I think it'd be okay if
Good
you
to know,
reenact
Buzz.
incest because it's you doing it with yourself.
Right, and really all you would have to do is, I have to do this, and then like play the daughter.
I have standards.
Do you? Do you really?
No, in defense, dude, he does. You and me are questionable, but he does.
They might be low standards, but there's standards.
I'll have you know I have very
No
high
higher than
standards, and that
ours.
goes against me usually.
Okay.
Keep chatting for a minute because I'm having some slight issues locating this
Okay, I didn't say
cinema screen.
So let's see. Mom, why do you hate me? I hate you. I'm gonna take all of your money. This is me reenacting it. So
We figured. Please do continue.
Hi, ho ho ho! I'm Santa Claus. I'm here to solve the movie's problems by killing people nicely. Oh no! There's a little elf running around. It's stabbing me! Ah! We are the Nazis. We are the Nazis. Na 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 na. Hell Hitler. We are the Nazis. Let's see what else happened.
The jewel. You gotta bring in the jewel.
Oh yeah. Well, that's later on. I'm still in the beginning of the movie.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Drunken parties.
Also, I can't give away the plot points. This is a spoiler warning because this is a trailer.
That's right. This is the trailer. That's right.
You don't want to have that in there. Let's see. Where else are we at? Mom, I'm so sad that Dad died. Your dad's not dead. He's downstairs. He's also named Grandpa. Oh no!
Love
the end.
Phone.
Oh, I'm sorry. Something else happened. What else happened?
Santa Claus.
I'm trying not
a
to
lot
get
of
the
people.
incest.
This is a different movie to what I...
I think Buzz just focused on certain aspects.
This is a different movie to what I remember.
Hey, you kids, have some fun.
Oh,
in
look,
the mall
I fixed
that
the
you
trailer
illegally-
window. Bye.
Okay.
AIP home video.
An innocent romp in the woods turns into a hellish nightmare when an evil force is accidentally awakened. Action International Pictures presents the gruesome holiday shocker, Elves. They're not working for Santa anymore.
I had a rough day at work. Santa got murdered.
Their mission to mate with a virgin and conquer the world as a pint-sized master race.
I'm saving it for someone special.
Dan Haggerty stars as Mike McGavin, an ex-detective working on hard times.
First you're Santa, then you die.
She is the most important person on Earth. From her will grow the new order.
Santa must expose this unholy force before the elves destroy Christmas.
Jesus Christ.
looking for Santa anymore.
Now they didn't really.
We're back. Before we get into our ratings for the movie, Charlie asked a very appropriate question, which is this a comedy? No.
But it should be.
Unintentionally.
No.
Am I the only one who thought that? Am I the only one who thought it looked like the elf was jerking off while bitch of a mother was being electrocuted in the bathtub?
I thought
like,
he
oh,
was.
yeah,
Probably
get off
was.
to
To be
this.
honest.
I thought he was. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I would not put it past this movie. He probably was.
Well, I mean, he's trying to fuck an underage girl as is, so.
Yeah. This
And
this
I'm
movie
sure
has
he
no
knows
standards either.
How his tonight's date came to be, so it's like I don't really think he cares.
It's one of those things where he gets to see where the future mother of his child, what she looks like when she's going to be older, because that's that's a thing that
Right? Can I get ratings from people, please? I'm giving it a 1, maybe a 2. 2.
I'm 0.
Solid
0.
2. Solid 2.
2.
Just for Grizzly Adams.
Oh, hard yeah, dude.
So everyone's 2s, Barbos.
Yeah, I'm a fat 0. I'm wondering if I'm actually gonna rate all movies a 0 this time. We'll see.
I'm curious.
Let's think. I'm not very curious because I know the answer.
Because I felt like
The answer, yes.
like this one was at least better than the next one we're about to fucking see.
Right.
At least the next one we're about to see was intentionally trying to be funny.
That is a Gore rating of 1.5 for Elves. Oh wow, that's through the whole fucking. Well, I can't do that. Gore rating of 1.5 for Elves 1989, and it's well earned, that 1.5. It's a special kind of movie. I'll tell you what. If you ever have, if you're ever dating someone, or you find yourself in a festive situation where some in-laws or some friends of a friend have knocked over to your house, and you're looking for a way to definitively make sure that those people never come back to your home again, just be like, hey, I got this really cool Christmas movie. I'll throw it on there for you. And then I think so many questions about your morality and your general human demeanor
taste
will come into question that they probably just won't return to your house anymore. So Elves got a 2 for me for that, because at least I can get people to fuck off.
And if it's family, they also be like, hey, maybe they're trying to fuck me, because that was the main plot point in this
For
movie.
any of the Irish people in the audience, I could best describe this as Elves is the Irish festive movie night equivalent of playing the national anthem at the end of a nightclub night.
Time to fuck off, everyone.
I still stand that the way I feel about this movie was a line taken directly from this movie from our lead actress, I guess. I feel like I'm supposed to cry. That's literally how I felt at the end of this movie, because I feel like I should have cried, because that's how bad this movie was, because it hurt. It hurt deep.
I don't know. I think I was a little nostalgic.
Did it hurt as deep as the next movie?
Why?
It hurt deep in different reasons. How? If people just sat here and listened to us describe this movie, there should be no reason why I need to say why.
No, but I like
It's got Nazis. It's got incest. Multiple occasions of incest. It has a pointless, stupid elf that he was like missing in a little bit of the movie, where it was like, we're gonna turn this into an investigation movie featuring Santa Claus and fucking grandma-daughter person. Oh my god, I hate this movie. Fuck it. God damn. I should sue. I should sue for damages. But I'm sure I'm not going to be able to get any money from it, because I'm sure this movie.
You're not getting it off me anyway. I'll tell you that way.
No, I'm not suing you. Well, maybe. I'll talk to my lawyers. We'll see.
I'm pretty certain you're not getting it from this movie either. So
no, it's just
for the amount of money you would be able to get off me, for that to equate to the amount of verbal abuse I will be able to keep, and I mean just keep arguing and laying down in court. It's not even worth the time.
And seriously, how far did Grizzly Adams fall in his life where he had to be in this piece of shit?
Dude, actually,
like, come on.
No, it was towards the beginning of his career and stuff, man.
Oh, no, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
In 80.
No, it was 1989.
Grizzly
bro.
Adams was like in the 70s. This is 19. Dude, does everybody guess when did this movie come out?
89.
Carter, when did this movie come out? Because it seems like people think this movie came out back in like
No.
oh my god.
Cool.
I think I do understand why he did it. Is because he got paid in cigarettes. That's probably why he did it.
Well, but he also may have been trying to fucking mix it up, dude. But you're right. I got the fucking dates mixed up because I was looking at his listings earlier. Because in the beginning he was like bearded biker
Baines,
guy.
as your attorney advised you to move on to the next movie. That's a very good. Thank you, sir. Anyway,
Actually,
you're a
quite a
different
few horror
size
movies.
from
That's a
what the
terrible
last
idea
movie
because
was.
the next movie is a completely different lawsuit out of Buzz.
Oh,
Yeah, this movie. So, where
to start?
Where to begin? Right. So where Elves had a weird, there was enough weird shit going on that you were kind of like, this is terrible, but I also can't stop watching it because I need to know how some of these things tie up.
Yes. Right.
You won't have that issue with Jack Frost 2. I'm actually, do you know what? The name is so long. I put the whole title in, and this is how bad the movie is that they never thought some people would try and review it.
Am I the only one that actually kind of thought that, you know what, at least they were trying to be
You don't even have
comedy?
to finish the sentence. Yes.
Yes, but here's the thing. And
Trying
I
to be
absolutely
and being are like two different things.
I hated this movie. So back in 1990, I believe, Jack Frost came out, which was it wasn't 1990. It would have been
no.
It was 90 something. Give me a minute. When was Jack Frost?
I'll tell you now.
It came out 2 years before the Jack
97.
Frost movie. 97.
Yeah.
97 Jack Frost came out, and that was a fun movie. It was a bad movie, but it was a fun movie. Do you know what I mean? It had the chick who gets her boobs out in every movie that she's in. That was in American Pie. She was in it. I think she was the only famous person in it. But Killer Snowman romps around the town after a weird Marvel-like superhero mishap, except it's a bad guy mishap, not a superhero mishap, supervillain mishap. I'm a murderous criminal. It's snowing outside. For no apparent reason, there's a truck of toxic waste that seems to be driving around near beside us, and then we all go, Buzz just quit.
Holy shit, did he rage quit because of the film?
He doesn't even want to hear the fucking synopsis. He's like, fuck it, I don't even care.
They've tried.
Shannon
They tried that. For some reason, hot water won't work on snow.
It won't work on the mutant snow.
It won't work on the mutant snow, which is fine. It has to be antifreeze.
Right.
Yeah, and at this stage, apparently in Jack Frost 2, something has happened to further mutate it, so even that isn't working the way it used to.
So anyway, as I said, in the first movie, the killer, toxic waste, his DNA melds with the snow, of which his kind of goopy remains of a corpse land in, and he becomes a sentient snowman.
Hi, Buzz.
Still keeps his killer rage or killer...
Sorry, I was having connection issues because I don't know what was going on.
I thought you rage quit, to be honest.
I wish I did.
We all did. Buzz's
Sorry,
rage
what were you
quit.
saying, Carter? He has what?
That he still kept his psychotic tendencies when he became.
Well, why would having an accident where you turn into a sentient snowman after getting covered in toxic waste make you not a psychopath?
Yeah, I mean, look at all the other cases in point, like Sandman and stuff.
No, Michael Keaton was cool with it. He wanted to give the kids one more magical day. So not
compare those two.
Not
movies.
everybody.
But Michael Keating, there was magic involved, wasn't there? It wasn't
not everybody
I got a
snowman has to stay psychotic. Jack Frost did. Keaton was like, hey, let's make some kids fucking smile. Jack Frost is like, hey, let's go murder some fucking kids.
That's because Michael Keating's character in that Jack Frost would have been like, let's make some kids smile anyway, to a certain degree. And Jack Frost from Jack Frost, which is the original Jack Frost, by the way, because the Michael Keating Jack Frost came out after.
Which I feel like
God help those poor parents who picked up the wrong movie for those little nippers.
Shit.
But anyway, Jack Frost from the horror movie would have just murdered kids on a Wednesday. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't think it so much has to do with what happened and how they both became snowmen. I just think mostly storyline wise, it has to do with the fact that one of them, pre-snowman, was already a psychotic murderer.
And this just like upped his game to like mutant level kind of like skills.
Yeah, okay. Skills. Okay.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Well, I suppose it's like Cletus Cassidy all of a sudden getting the symbiote and all of a sudden realizing, hey, I can do all this mad shit anyway.
Right.
Anyway,
rearranging the character.
We're going to skip on to the end of Jack Frost 1, because the only reason I'm doing this prequel thing is because there's some stuff that I feel needs to get mentioned before we get into movie 2, because I'm going to be very angry that they just didn't stick to fucking rules that they fucking made up. So after a weird quinky dink of scenarios, they eventually realize that hot water and fucking things like that don't work on Jack Frost. You will melt the snowman temporarily, but then he will just reform and probably be a little bit more pissy than he was.
Like the T-1000.
Like the T-1000, but made of snow instead of liquid metal.
And sucks.
So after all of that happens, there's a weird little incident where the townsfolk realize, hey, antifreeze. That'll stop anything freezing, because it's essentially like it's like if you imagine the snow is blood, it's like an anticoagulant for the guy. Essentially, he's not able to reform, which I liked, because I was like, in a weird fucking movie with a weird series of circumstances and a killer snowman, there's at least some kind of science, while albeit Hollywood pseudoscience. I like that they tried to attempt to put some level of reality on the functionality of this guy.
But you know what? I like that there's like a chance to fight. I've always hated a lot of those movies where it's like there's just nothing you can fucking do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I like that. Anyway, move on to movie 2. Needless to say, Jack Frost has died in movie 1. He's been anti-froze to death, and they think they have
in multiple containers.
Yeah, they think they have him stored in multiple containers, and that's the end of that. But he in fact, had gotten out at the end of movie 1, which you do see. So somewhere between movie 1 and movie 2, needless to say, the townsfolk of movie 1 need a holiday around the winter time, because they're like, I'm literally not going nowhere near no fucking snow anytime soon. So winter's coming in, I'm going Bahamas. So off to the Bahamas or Jamaica or somewhere like that. They go, and unfortunately for them, there's some lads stuck in a boat at sea, and evidently Jack Frost is ocean.
Yeah. Yep. His water joins
ocean.
The ocean.
Until Jack Frost is not ocean, and Jack Frost is a sentient carrot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that don't make sense.
Although I think that's the youngest Doug Jones I've ever seen, though, because I didn't recognize him at first.
It was Doug Jones.
Yeah. We were talking about it, so I looked it up. That was Doug Jones.
I won't lie to you, man.
It was like, the carrot's mine.
I instantly clocked it was Doug Jones, and then instantly talked myself out of believing it was Doug Jones, because like, why would he be in this heap of shit?
Although, why would he be in this heap of shit? Why was he such a small role? Like, it just wasn't like his normal.
I'd imagine that may be why he was in the heap of shit, because it was a small role, and he was like, it might be nice to just show up on camera as myself for once.
What if he was the one in those few times when they had the snow suit, let's say, Jack Frost snowman suit? What if he was the one that was in it?
Oh my God, that'd make so much fucking sense. Really? That didn't move.
I don't know. I'm just saying, what if?
No, I mean, like, I guess I can see what you're saying. Like, hey, we got this extra spot. Well, fuck it. I can take it real quick or some shit like that.
Yeah. I'm rolling a smoke for this one because this is a.
Either way, if I was Doug Jones, I would not have put my face in this film. It'd been like, oh no, dude, I'm busy with the suit. I gotta go practice.
The premise with this movie is infuriating, to say the least, because it's one of those things where it's like we've just orchestrated an entire cavalcade of weirdness, and we're just going to plop more characters in there. Do you know what I mean? It's like doesn't explain how Jack Frost got into the fucking water in the fucking first place.
Well, they
definitely doesn't explain how he took over an ocean.
Well, they showed him going down the drain in the room,
right?
Which would put him in the pipe system, but that's about it, though. Like eventually, he would have gone to like a water treatment plant.
Do you know how long it takes for water to kind of travel from one's like? Oh
right.
My God. How did it get? How did it take him that fast?
Unfortunately, that one. Sentient water in other stuff has been proven to move faster because there is intent behind it. It's not just going with the flow.
I can give you that, but you still have to travel in the path that.
I can get into that until it gets to the water treatment plant part.
Right.
Where I would have thought a lot of issues would have come up.
And have come up once again when the primary example here is Hydro Man. That is exactly what Parker did one time to deal with him.
Yes, but
locked him in the treatment plant
into a.
Trapped him in.
Yeah.
See? Yeah. I don't know. So like the ocean, that was just a weird fucking jump to.
I think it's a lot of these stupid loopholes that they wrote themselves into and couldn't write themselves out of are the reason that he turned into a sentient carrot before he got on land. Because also, I don't know if you've seen the Bahamas customarily, not really snow territory.
I don't think he was the sentient carrot. I think he was in the water, and because the lads had the carrot, he wanted it to use it as his nose for when he reformed.
No, because well, then it's bad camera work because they had him speaking and it was very much done in a way that it was the carrot was moving because the carrot went to the ice bucket. Your one had gone to eat a carrot.
Yeah, but that's after. That's not inside. That's not. That's after it's now become part.
He hasn't made his way to the ice. He hasn't made his way to the ice bucket at that stage. The carrot gets into the ice bucket, and then Iceman, Snowman, Jack Frost happens.
Are you on about it when he materializes up and deals with the hot chick that's getting her photo taken?
Yes, that's when the carrot shows up.
No, the carrot shows up previously with Doug Jones on the raft.
Yeah,
oh, yeah, sorry.
Because
that's what I was talking about.
Because he got shanked.
He wants that carrot to use it as his nose. And once it's part of him, then he can do what you were talking about.
Yeah, but how is he moving the fucking carrot, mate?
Because then it's become part of him after he's gotten it from Doug Jones.
But that's not how.
Right, but I mean, like he's a water base.
You go back to movie one. Here we go. This is where the nerd in me comes out. Okay.
Right, like
strap
it was
in, kids.
Water base.
When you go back to movie one, he was a killer that got melded with snow due to a toxic spill. He added the carrot manually himself in the movie. As in, I am a snowman. I picked up a fucking carrot and went and plopped it in.
Like, that was like his camouflage. He just like grabbed up some shit so he could pop up anywhere. Surprise! Attack. Oh, fuck, I'm a snowman. Like, that was just his camouflage.
Just so you know, I'm just explaining what happened. I'm not saying it's a good explanation, but it's clearly the explanation that's going in this story.
Him taking control, and before you even give me any of the extra fucking X-Men shit or anything, where it's like maybe he controlled the water molecules in the carrot. Nope, he can't. He couldn't do it before.
Hey, whoa! I'm not defending it. I'm just saying that's the reasoning for it in this particular film. If anything, if I didn't know that this was written by the same guy who wrote the last one, I'd imagine this was written by someone who only heard of the first film and decided, or maybe just watched it and didn't fucking.
Number one wrote number two.
Let me just think now.
Minus,
hang on, minus one of the writers. Michael Cooney directed both movies. Michael Cooney was a writer on both movies, but the first film also had Jeremy Page writing with it as well. So Thinking perhaps Jeremy Page was the one that came up with all the good stuff in the first one.
Apparently.
So, noticeably, one of the things... okay, let's get the plot out of the way before we start getting into the thing. Anyway, sentient carrot makes its way on land in the Bahamas, finds a bucket of ice that he manages to turn into a snowman. Spatially, doesn't make a lot of sense. The amount of the amount of ice does not equate to snowman, but I'm willing to go he's able to fucking do something with the ice because he's got mutant powers essentially. Murders start happening on the island, and the people that own the holiday resort on the island are very much been like, we need to cover these murders up because people are going to be like, I don't want to stay on the island because people are getting murdered. Especially the people who have a terrifying fear of snow, especially the sheriff from the first movie. As I said, the main reason that they went to the Bahamas, which was to avoid snow. Jack Frost then manages to make snow, at which point some miscellaneous murders happen that have no substance or any bearing on the plot whatsoever. As per staying with the format of the first movie, he's had a bit of a mutation in the thing, and the antifreeze doesn't seem to be as functional on him as it used to be. They find a new combination of things that works for melting him, and they melt him. And there's one moment of drama when one of the main characters from the last movie is about to get axed off, and they essentially just retcon it live in the movie. So I was like, did you feel the drama? Nah, it didn't happen. She's fine. Don't worry about it. It's all good. It's all good. I know it really did look like that he did an Iron Maiden. I know it really did look like he did an Iron Maiden, and judging by the way that he'd closed himself up by the end of it, you would have presumed that that lady was dead, because it really did look like that was going to be happening or whatever. But never mind. It's okay. Your man said a magic word when he walked in. Totally undoes fucking spike holes all through my body. And that's literally the entire plot that I can recollect for the movie, because it's one real crappy murder. One thing that I did like, but they fucked it up, was I liked
snowballs.
I liked the evil offspring snowballs that he was able to produce. The idea was cool, but for some reason, where they had very realistic looking snowballs and realistic looking snow on the ground that people were able to physically pick up and throw actual snowballs of, for some reason, every time they threw a snowball that was one of these snowballs, even when it was just a snowball flying through the sky, they used some weird CGI digital snowballs instead of just having three dudes make some snowballs off to the side of the camera and throw some snowballs past it, which confused the ever-loving fuck out of me. It literally confused the fuck out of me. I was like, I can get when it's the sentience or the fucking demon snowballs, because you need to have them animated and stuff like that or whatever. But there's a shot of literal snowballs been thrown, and I know that you have snow there. I can see it with my own two fucking eyes. Why don't you use that and throw it?
Because the actors didn't want to be hit by snowballs.
Flagrantly. Funny story, they didn't get hit by snowballs. People throw snowballs, and it cuts to a tracking shot of the snowballs. And It's kind of like, just shoot it. You have snow there. Like, why?
Probably wasn't snow.
That was
they
the
could have
moment
made styrofoam balls or
that
something.
happened fairly
dude.
soon after the snowstorm of stuff happened. And that was the moment where I was like, I literally have no hope for this movie, where they've decided to use a digital snowball over a real one that they could have physically fucking made out of the set.
I'm just wondering when Jack Frost became Storm from the X-Men and was just able to control the weather. That didn't make any sense.
Weather thing made no sense. Him firing the icicles and shit like that, was a thing.
Yeah, I'm just talking about they're like, oh my god, it's like snow. I'm like, how
made it snow in the Bahamas?
Do that? How?
Makes no sense.
Okay, thank you. I was trying to defend it. I'm like, no.
Funny story. Funny story about the storm that he made, right? Even if he did make snow land in the Bahamas, right? The sheer temperature alone of that area afterwards would melt all of that snow almost instantaneously.
No, I'm sorry, dude. As much of a fan as I am of the first one,
I loved the first one. It's god awful, but it's my kind of god awful.
Right. But even in the first one, you can tell it's low budget, but they still had a couple bucks to do something.
This looks like it's shot on a fucking wedding camera. You know, like the sort of
for like $2. Like it was just so horrible. And then you like upgrade Frosty, like it was just so much of it just was like crap.
I hated the mutant the little offspring snowballs. It was just I felt it was too much of a Gremlins ripoff, especially during that whole fucking like Critters, Gremlins, it's all the same shit. That whole like little party scene, like when they were all drinking, that was like directly out of the original Gremlins film in Dory's Tavern. Like not directly, obviously they didn't do the same exact shit, but the whole like at the bar mentality, and they're all like, oh my god, I fucking hated that. Like,
strangely enough, as a guy who's actually worked in production, that didn't bother me as much because if in a weird horror movie that kids are going to see eventually, there's a potential to have a bit of a marketing hook. I can kind of get. They're kind of like, we can sell a couple of little plushies of this snowball. You probably won't based on the fucking movie you resulted out in. I'll tell you that straight out. They looked god awful. They looked like they were made of styrofoam. They at one stage they just gave up on animating any form of facial features on the snowballs. Yep. They were just snowballs with faces and voices.
And then the fucking end when Jack Frost explodes. Like I didn't know Jack Frost's insides were made of like shaving cream and
dude.
And like fucking whipped cream, because it was like, what? And like, how was it that much?
Did you not know that that's how the stuff was invented? Was that toxic stuff also hit the snow and turned the snow into the stuff? I know that movie came out long before this one, but I'm just trying to give it some cinematic kudos. Actually, you know what? That's a goddamn movie that I love and by a man that I cherish. Fuck that. No, I'm not even associating that with it. The stuff is a goddamn masterpiece.
Yeah.
Bill says,
Larry Cohen for life.
The power of Thor and original Sub-Zero.
What?
No. Jack Frost had the power of plot holes. Like every time that a plot hole needed to happen, or not a hole, a hole needed to be filled. That's what Jack Frost's power is.
He's Domino.
Okay, how does this happen? Boom, he's got that. Wait, what are we gonna do this? Oh, he's got that power
he's Domino.
too. And then the fucking banana thing. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. The bananas, the allergy oh my god, when that happened I was like, you're kidding me right now, are we? This is a joke. This movie is a goddamn joke.
Yeah, that's why I was able to sit down and enjoy it.
He's blood-bound with our son's blood. Oh, it's adorable. He's got the same banana allergy he does. What in the absolute fuck are you talking about?
When they said that, I'm like, no, movie, you do not get to do that.
No. In a movie where a man became a sentient fucking snowman due to a toxic incident, this is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard in my life. And I literally just watched a snowman make a snowstorm in the fucking Bahamas. And this is the craziest shit. And I literally just watched a movie about a granddaughter fucking her grandfather to have sex with an elf. That's the craziest shit I have heard all night. I'm talking about Elves.
The granddaughter didn't fuck the grandfather to have the what?
I got my lineage mixed up. Look,
okay.
Granddad was fucking people he shouldn't be fucking, and the elf was fucking. The elf was fucking.
Tree.
I was just like,
I think the only thing I really enjoyed.
There was a lot of things, as I was saying, except no one was listening to me. If you want to give him mutant powers, the snowman has Domino's powers.
Yeah, I heard you. I was just not.
Whatever the fuck he needs to happen in the plot to function, what is going to happen in the plot, it happens in the plot, and they don't give two flying fucks about having it happen in a rational way, or obviously don't give two flying fucks about the fact that everyone's going to be sitting there going, actually, I think you'll find that makes no fucking sense whatsoever.
And then
and I'm not just talking in actual real world applications. I'm talking like in the world that you've built since movie one. This snowman can't do this shit. He's literally got god powers.
No, I think the only thing I really liked out of
Storm
this
and the
was
X-Men had an entire country worship her like a god due to the powers that she had, and the snowman can do the exact same fucking thing. I'm surprised he didn't fucking
not
fly.
around, but...
Actually, he did fly because he made that carrot fucking fly. So I don't even know how that fucking worked either.
So just so you know,
I know there's an
2016.
entire conversation about glazed carrots going. I'm not looking at it right now because I haven't eaten anything all fucking day and I'm starving.
That's not what I was going to say.
Oh.
In 2016, apparently, writer-director Michael Cooney expressed interest in doing a third movie that would feature a giant jack known as Jackzilla, who would rampage through a city causing destruction and mayhem. He's very interested in doing the third installment due to advancement in special effects.
I'm finding him on Twitter now. Where is he? I'm actually tweeting him.
I thought you were going to say that
you can leave movie 3 off.
No,
please,
wait
thanks.
for it. Wait for it.
No,
wait for it. He would also be happy if someone would be willing to help him make it, as it holds a special place in his heart. In other words, he can't get funding because no one wants to.
Yeah, no shit.
Good.
Oh Lord.
He should not be allowed to make movies ever again. Because
fucking snowman.
I thought you were gonna say like the director like came out recently in 2016 or whenever you said it apologized for Jack Frost 2, but you didn't say those words, so I didn't want to hear anything else.
I write scripts all the time, and I do my head in. I do my head in because I'm aware of what the fucking internet nerds are like, and Giz will tell you I do my head in so that it doesn't matter if you have to go through 4 seasons of our fucking stuff. There is a rational backup explanation for how functionality of things work within the show. And that's just me shooting shit in my green screen in my shed. If you want to hire me on to do your movie 3, that's fine. But I'm going to warn you, your movie 3 is going to be remarkably similar to the plot from your movie 2 because I'm fucking redoing it and we'll do it as a normal fucking movie. Thank you very fucking much.
Because they kind of teased that at the end of the second one where like those 2 guys on the boat were getting ready to show up and like there was the giant like snowman-zilla thing, which I didn't understand because I thought the fucking bananas killed him. So how would he be a giant fucking... Oh my god.
I don't know.
Then you got the main hero becoming Hawkeye from the Avengers with his banana bow and arrow.
Yeah,
and just like
I'll make with you, man.
He couldn't touch him though because he's allergic. Does the guy explode when bananas touch him? Because why would that make Jack Frost explode? Just because you're allergic, like
you know what? I don't want to make the movie because that seems like a lot of time to put into what's going to be, I imagine, a poop product. But I'll write the movie with you if you want. That's fine. You write your movie and then you send it to me, and I will send you back a script that has a lot of red circles on it. Where those red circles are, you need to explain yourself, Lucy. That's what the red circle means. Lucy, you got some splaining to do. Okay. How's this work? How's this work? Is he not dead from the bananas? How's he reformulated so fast?
Does the guy not know how allergies work?
Also, if he's able to control water on a molecular level like that, did he need to become a snowman? Could he not have just murdered people that are on an island surrounded by water that you've already proven from the literal start of the fucking movie he's able to control?
Like just be a wave, grabs people and like drags them in the fucking ocean or some shit.
Yep.
Get
in through the water system on the island into the swimming pool. Do some crazy shenanigans there.
Although we do have to worry because Bill says if he wins the lotto, he would pay to make that film.
Pay me.
Don't you dare.
Pay me. No. We'll make it. We'll make it.
And then didn't he get eaten by that girl when he was an ice cube? Or was he in many different
forms?
That didn't make any sense. Because then,
yep.
The way I figured what happened with her was he got eaten, and then as the fact that he got eaten in the water got into her like bloodstream and everything, essentially, and then that's how he exploded her from the inside out.
Did that happen?
She exploded.
Yeah,
I must have messed up.
You may not have noticed it because it definitely did not look like real blood. That might have been where you got lost.
Because
it could have been someone throwing a bucket of paint at a digital screen.
I did like how he took out her model friend, the hot, skinny dipping Asian chick he trapped under ice.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I've ever known about that movie before going into this. They had back in, it had to be at least after 2000 because this movie came out in 2000. There was a thing, that DVD that came out called Boogeyman, the killer compilation.
Yeah.
Where they would take a little scene, and Jack Frost 2, and that scene was in that DVD with him freezing the ice when she was... That's the only thing I ever knew about Jack Frost up until we started watching these movies because
actually,
even then I was like, wow,
it actually made it into a compilation of somewhere. Wow.
Yeah, well, they probably were like, okay, we got all these other movies. We need a couple other ones to fill out the runtime there.
Yeah.
Mm.
And the other guy was like, here, please take my movie. You don't even have to pay me for it. That's why he can't get funding for the new movie, because he's probably just giving it out for free.
Right. Yeah, right. That's the plot been fairly fucked inside out, I feel. Right, after the plot, I suppose we have to get into the technical aspects of this. The snowman looked shit. Somehow they made the snowman look way crapper and way more prosthetic and fake than they did in the first movie. There was kind of, you knew it was a fake snowman in the first movie, but there seemed to be a natural snow texture to him. This is gone now. He literally looks like he's made up of the foam that he I'm just pulling up images here so I can pick apart. There's no color grading done to this fucking movie whatsoever, and it looks like it's shot on one of those $100 video cameras you'd buy on Wish. Like, everything's in focus. There's no depth of field to this movie whatsoever. There's no racking shots or anything like that. Sometimes I was actually worried. I thought the guys might be scared. I thought, like, literally that the people were scared to take the camera off the tripod at one stage when I was watching the movie. I was like, this guy hasn't done a handheld shot in a while. I'll tell you that straight out. There's no panning shots, nothing like that. When he does, it just looks terrible. Like, it literally looks like it was like Dallas, from the 1990s. Just that, like, that real 1990s television look is what's on the camera. Or on the screen. Not helped at all, as I said, by the fact that the color grading on it is virtually non-existent, I think. Bring down the blacks, crank up the contrast a little bit, and throw a little bit into the saturation to bring up those greens. That's where that ended. That was it. Nobody tried to, design a look for the movie. I'll put it that way. That was it. The snow was good. I'll give them credit where credit is due. The snow that they had on the island looked like snow, as I already ranted about, because baffled the fuck out of me why they didn't make a snowball out of it. Makes no fucking sense to me. The little baby dudes looked terrible. They functioned terrible. I get what they were doing with it, and if they had pulled it off, it would have been cool. But it was bad. But the biggest thing that they fuck up in this movie, and especially when you have a guy in a suit and there's obviously an audio dub done as the guy's voiceover, and this is 100% the most noticeable, and it's one of the things that I think aids to the fact that you never, ever, ever get invested in this movie as a thing, is the sound design in this is bad. Anytime Jack Frost is talking, it just sounds like someone's dropped Jack Frost's lines over the snowman. There's no panning the audio to the left or the right to make it sound like he's coming from one side of the camera or anything like that. There's no you know what I mean? Like, there's a slight distortion on people's audio depending on where they are in relation to the mic, and you can do all of that in the sound design, and there is no sound design to this movie whatsoever. It's literally drop Jack's lines in on top of whatever, drop the fucking mini Jack Snowball's lines in on top of whatever they're supposed to say. There's no attempt to make the audio additions fit within the actual realm of the movie. It all just feels like audio dropped on top of footage. And when you're trying to sell a character like that, you need, especially when it's essentially it is just a big polystyrene fucking foam snowman. You need all of these little things to try and make that guy fit into a movie. Do you know what I mean? Same way with stuff that we do on the green screen. There's stuff that you need to do that makes it all fit like it's supposed to fit together. Do you know? And like, sorry, Carter, would you mind pulling up what's the budget on this movie?
Budget? Oh god.
Because I know I let stuff slide occasionally, but it's like we're shooting shit fast and on no budget.
Let's see. Because like,
and it's
like they weren't working really with a lot.
The reason I ask is I feel you might be surprised.
Well,
it's going to be like that last time when we
like you were saying, like, hey, they really didn't do a lot of work.
I'm not going to mention the name, but I still want to see the books for that movie because that doesn't add up.
Yeah.
That doesn't add up at all.
That's kind of funny.
Somebody's got a very good accountant. I'll tell you that straight out.
That was a funny night.
Bill said $30 million ruse. Are you just throwing snowballing there? Or?
I swear to God, if there's $30 million, oh my God, there's no fucking way.
Certainly explain why you can't get funding on a third one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like the funny thing is, like, you don't see the snowman do anything. Like, it's always like when things happen, it's always a close up of hands throwing things. Like, he's just an inanimate object. He just sits there doing his scenes, and then it's like, oh, he's gonna throw some icicles. Let's get some close ups of some fake hands going on.
That's bullshit.
Told you. Read it out there for me, Ted.
Wait, hold on. Let me finish reading that.
You need full context.
No, I seriously like.
No, I know.
Find out if they put this together or separate. And then all of a sudden my page jumped. So, okay, see, they're saying Jack Frost was intended to have a $30 million budget. They're not even talking about two, they're just talking about one.
Meant to have a $30 million budget, only got $30.
But what's the actual budget? I need some actual figures.
They didn't have.
There's a lot of wiggle room with was supposed to get. Because if you told me this took $2 billion, I'd actually have a wobbler.
Huh. So you know the mad-ass colonel in the film, the guy who's running the resort?
Yes.
The actor is actually the father of Michael Cooney, the writer-director.
Makes total sense.
Not surprised. I did kind of like the weird Fantasy Island thing they tried to do.
Yeah, I like that as well. Everyone doesn't have to have a story.
They were ripping off so many movies in this. I was surprised there wasn't an actual the snowman boss, the snowman.
Yeah, I'm not finding a budget.
Yeah, I couldn't see one either.
But they probably tried to hide that.
Because there'd be some asshole in Ireland been like, I wouldn't mind seeing those fucking books. I'll tell you that straight out. Yeah, it's not a really good movie. They put no thought into the plot. They put no thought into how it was shot. They put no thought into any of the loopholes in the storyline that they did. They definitely put no thought into what the movie was going to look like at all. There's no attempt to make this movie fit together or feel like fluid or everything. Everything just feels stagnant. Like, even watch the trailer, you're not going to see a lot of tracking shots in the fucking trailer.
No, like, what was that? I think it was when we were digging up the bottles. Like, they just put the camera on the ground. We want to stare at some feet in a shovel and did not fucking move. Like, they didn't really put a lot of work into any of that shit. Yeah, I cannot find a fucking budget for it.
Maybe that's indicative of the fact that it has no budget. Cheesy. Right, will we move into a trailer?
Yeah. Sorry, I was just looking up some of the stuff that the guy who voices Jack Frost, he's been in a lot of stuff that I've seen. A lot of Star Trek stuff. Like everything since Next Generation he's been in an episode of. Except for Discovery because it's bollocks. Stargate, Frasier,
get a mini
Dexter.
review in there, good stuff.
He was in Dexter. He was in an episode of that. Carnival. Officer Gerald in the episode Love American Style. If you ever seen the TV series Carnival, he was Burley, one of the main characters.
Right. I'll tell you what, we're going to move into the trailer for Jack Frost 2 so you can endure what we had to. And then we're going to be back where we're talking about it's mental, but it's fun. And that is Two Front Teeth. We'll be back in a moment.
It's Christmas time again in Snowmanton, and they want to get away from it all.
It was exactly a year ago that it happened.
And that's why we should be somewhere else for Christmas.
Another beauteous day in heaven, eh?
Welcome to the Tropicana, your last resort before paradise.
This is a job for Captain Fun!
But there's trouble in paradise.
Get me the head of island security.
No, not the scary dude. Scary dude's already here. You got 18 bodies to explain, huh?
Food poisoning.
Mutant killer snowman.
Jack's back, and he's still one cold son of a...
Miss me?
Let's get it on.
Ooh, now there's something that needs a little Christmas stuffing. Oh yeah, I'm the man.
Well, that isn't the cutest little thing.
Wouldn't mind practicing a little breaststroke myself.
Do you hear that?
What's that?
The fat lady's warming up.
Jack Frost 2.
Are you ready to scream?
From Apex Entertainment.
Because I'm trying to find a couple different sites.
For Jack Frost 2. In answer to your question, Charlie, and I like how you have a motif going with your questions in relation to the trailers. Elves was not a comedy, but had funny stuff in it. Jack Frost is a comedy, but doesn't have funny stuff in it. As I said in the little review thing I wrote earlier, in the initial movie, there was, and I'm using this as just as a very kind of broad spectrum descriptor here, just because everyone knows what I'm on about, is there's a Joker-like mentality to the way he stalks people down, tries to torture them a bit, and has a bit of a ha about what he's doing. And that's gone in movie 2. In movie 2, it's just one stupid, cheesy one-liner after the other.
Yep.
I went on to
movie 1, there was a bit of a menacing vibe to the guy, whereas this guy's just cheesy. It's like getting assaulted by your fucking annoying uncle. Assaulted. I'm using a very specific word. Assaulted. Not the other type of assaulted. I'm talking like physically, my uncle has turned into a snowman and tried to murder me. Do you know what I mean? It's that kind of vibe. It's just one stupid one-liner after another. I'm going to get... What did I give the last movie? 2?
Yeah, this one gets a 1 for me.
Oh, yeah, you went to 2.
This one's a 1 for me.
You know what? I'd actually give this a 0. I did not like this at all.
0.
I did not like this at all. You can make... One of the good things with color grading is if you have nice footage, as in, you know, it's shot okay, you can mostly make stuff look at least visually intriguing with a nice color grade or stuff like this. And this just felt like it was shot with some dude's fucking TV camera.
Oh, dude.
And done. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, there's some scenes where I'm like, well, that was one take. That definitely was done in one take. Do you mean they went in with a tight shot list and just went, this happens, 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 move on. I don't think this makes sense. No time. Move on. That's it. So yeah,
I was waiting for you to twig a character.
I'm actually going to give it a 0. I think, and I don't normally like dishing out zeros, but this has literally no redeeming features for it. You had a really good thing on your hands. It was terrible and cheesy, but it was good. In Jack Frost 1, and you managed to just veer way too right and not put any post-production effort into your movie, and that's my problem.
I've still seen worse. So
you which?
And I've still seen worse. So like that's how I can give this one a 1.
Well, those worst ones are getting a fucking 0. Shocker.
They're getting a negative 0.
Shocker. Like, I don't know how you lose all of the humor in that movie, because I mean it's fairly. It was just one fucking horny carrot joke or one sexy snowball joke after the other. Excuse me. Right, so 0 for me, 1 for Carter,
Movies.
I'll give it a 1.
1 for Giz, and 0 for Buzz, presuming.
0.
I'm safe. Do I even need to ask you for any of these movies? Is it 0 for the next one as well?
Yeah, just give me a pre-0.
Pre-0.
Okay, so this gets a 0.5 from the GoreCast.
Oh dear. Yeah, we're just gonna put that up on the screen right now.
I went to Movie DB while I was trying to find the budget, and it says status released, language English, budget a little line, profit or whatever a little line. I'm like, oh,
Buzz,
okay.
Charlie's one. It's a Sub-Zero from Buzz.
Yes.
No.
Yes,
No. Don't even affiliate that awesome fucking character in anything to do with this fucking movie, or even just the term Sub-Zero. The term Sub-Zero is too cool for this movie. Pardon the pun. Actually, you know what? Pun intended. I take it back.
We're getting punny tonight.
Oh, gods.
Wow,
that actually made me shit.
See what we just that just more entertaining than Jack Frost 2.
Also, a new thing I'm doing is where I actually put the rating on the screen for a while before we move on to the next movie. Yeah, I feel like it makes a lot more sense instead of us being like, what the fuck was the fucking thing again? I can't remember what the fucking 0.5.
God,
Jesus Christ. Jack Frost 2. It's been a while. It has been a while since 0.5. And there's been some questionable stuff in the meantime. But goddamn.
Hang on.
It hurts.
What have you solved, Bill? I was talking about the Jack Skellington pillow beside you.
Not you.
Not you, me. He got me. I thought he could see the picture on my far right. So he was like, hey, who's the kid to your right? And I was like, well, I didn't think he could see that. But he was talking about the backdrop to my couch.
Great movie. I'm going to stop singing that now. We're going to copyright flag.
I bet you can find the budget of that movie when you look it up.
$5 billion.
Say that movie's still making money and shit. Fuck, dude.
Hey, Christmas movie or Halloween movie for you?
Nightmare Before Christmas?
Yeah.
Christmas movie.
Yeah, me too.
Christmas
movie. Actually, how many people we got in the stream at the moment? We got 9. I might do a poll.
Because it's the thing of he's stealing Christmas. There's Halloween Town, but that's kind of like a side. Like he's stealing Christmas. It's all revolving around Santa Claus.
It's like the Grinch. It's like the Grinch.
Yeah,
but he except that Jack Skellington's a nice bloke and the Grinch is a cunt. Obviously,
we don't need to actually have it being one or the other. It is possible to have a film that can be a 2-seasonal film.
And I watch it in both seasons, but if you got to do a list, it's Christmas, dude.
And check it twice and find out who's naughty or nice.
Yep.
Then replace that list.
Then what's the point of a list?
You're replacing somebody else's list. It's great.
No. Because then that just makes it easy for somebody to replace my list, and my list is right, because it's a Christmas movie.
Alrighty, we're going to put the poll is hitting...
Charlie, just so you know, Katie is fine. She hasn't been feeling the best lately, so it's possible she's kind of taking a few nights off to sleep and rest up. But to the best
she's
of her
taking
knowledge,
a bit of Katie time, and she'll be back momentarily. And she said no one needs to worry or anything like that.
And we also told
her
just to avoid this episode.
Our little corner of the internet is.
Right, care.
All right, poll. I know I said that already.
Did they really?
Distracted. Poll is hitting the stings now. There you go. We got a poll in.
That's what she said. Yes. Yes.
All right, that one was good.
Very pleased with myself.
Don't
worry. Jack Frost 2, Elves, and Two Front Teeth, you didn't fully suck the soul out of me. I still have a little bit left.
Okay, that's weird. I voted. It counted, and then there we go. Then all of a sudden it said like 0 votes, and I was like, no, I voted. Like, what the fuck?
You just made the list. That's what Bill said.
Yes, that's what he would. That's
how you
what
say
a
that.
Jericho would say.
Yeah. I gotta like have that. Like, you just made the list. Oh, that was comedy gold. Him and Kevin Owens back when WWE used to do things funny and good and
They did, didn't they? It was a
not
nice
soul
time.
crushing.
It was a nice time when they used to do things like that.
Remember
this
that,
is
guys?
2 front teeth.
06.
2006. So full discretion, I really enjoyed this movie. I know I probably shouldn't have, but I did.
Fucking loved it.
I fucking loved it.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's why, like, considering the terrible taste that myself and Carter have in movies, because myself and Carter, it's been documented. Myself and Carter like it schlocky occasionally. Do you know what I mean? I like it dirty. I like it low budget, and I like it schlocky when I can.
Yeah.
And this is fucking schlocktastic. It's got everything you could. It's like someone watched.
Oh, dude, it had shit in
Grindhouse
it that
and
I
just
didn't even
puked up a
know that I
Grindhouse
wanted
Christmas
in a movie.
You want now?
I said it had shit in a movie that I didn't even know I wanted in a movie. It just hit me in the face. I was like, I want more of that. Fucking awesome. Like, that was just, oh.
We are, of course, talking about 2006's Two Front Teeth, starring not many people you would have heard of.
No.
A bunch of people.
No.
Huh?
Starring a bunch of people.
I think his really bitchy wife is in stuff.
Megan Pearson.
Or I could be mixing her up with someone else, which is also very possible.
Oh, I'd say you're mixing her up with someone else.
Yeah, no, she's got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 credits to her name. And one's like a short video.
So
I was waiting for you to say one of them is a porn.
Two Front Teeth. Will I just do a quick synopsis for speed's sake?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me just pull up the IMDb here first, really quickly, just so I have character names. Though that may be just a surprise.
They don't have faces.
They don't have faces?
No,
Yeah,
except
like-
for Gabe has a face and one of the hot evil elves has a face.
Yeah. Like,
I noticed that when I looked it up. I'm like,
so
nobody wants to have their face attached to the film.
No, it's as in they don't have enough credits to even have a face. Like even I have a face on
that
IMDb,
too.
I think. Two Front Teeth. There we go. IMDb. Right. So story goes, there's this very nervous, real dorky, real
Runt of a dude.
Called Gabe Snow, and he works for this very seasonally specific tabloid dirt sheet newspaper. I can't remember the name of the newspaper now, but it's literally totally Christmas based. Like it's a very seasonally
Xmas Files, wasn't it?
Xmas Files. That's the name of the paper. Yeah.
How
so
did
that,
you not remember the name of that?
Oh, you'd be surprised what I don't remember from this movie. I'd imagine it's one of the reasons I enjoyed it so much. So,
you mentally blocked shit this time around, have you?
no, it's just there's so much lunacy that happens in this. I feel unless you're on a certain spectrum, that my brain just went, okay, you won't need to remember that when you're describing this to people. So he works for a very seasonally specific newspaper called the Xmas Files, and there was a weird case that has a big conspiracy theory going on about it due to the fact that airplane 1225, and I'd like to point out that's from memory, motherfuckers, thank you very much, got hit hardcore by a strange flying beast in the sky with a glowing red nose. Whoever could it be? And that is the conspiracy theory, as in whoever could it be? It's just like, well, you know, traditionally, like maybe there's 3 people we could be trying to peg this on here.
Who are the other 2?
some sort of clown and Noddy.
Bozo the clown.
Noddy doesn't have a red nose.
He doesn't have a red nose that glows, but he does have a red nose that shows.
And that could be reflection from the plane light. Looked like it glowed.
Yeah,
Anyway.
you know, or it could have been swamp gas floating up from below the plane, getting hit by rays that were coming in from Jupiter.
Seriously, thought you said swamp ass. I was like, that's a definite problem.
No, that's something his wife probably suffers from, maybe.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
I'm standing up for Gabe because he won't stand up for himself. God damn it!
Hey, even Santa thought she had a nice ass.
So everybody thinks she had a nice ass. Do you know why? It's because she had a nice ass, Giz.
Yeah.
Anyway, his wife, Noel Snow, is at home, and he goes to head home for the Christmas, of which, just to clarify, he's terrified.
Of Christmas, not going home.
Yeah.
Well,
Santa Claus.
Kind of both.
Well, I mean, like, he was put off.
A little bit of both.
But he actually had that meltdown when he was looking at the little Santa Claus figurine, and he was telling his friend it's perfectly normal.
Unfortunately, in between whatever time it took him to get home and arriving, some nasty elves are showing up to his house looking for him because they're trying to quash the rumors of this red-nosed hazard taking planes clean out of the sky. And they're going to get him and all of his family and make sure that they don't talk to each other and sleep with the fishes, or whatever the elf equivalent of sleeping with the fishes is. Freezing with the penguins.
Yeah, there we go.
You'll be freezing with the penguins. Anyway, so yeah, so he gets home and there's a dead man, and he's in his undergarments, and his wife, who's definitely in some sort of undergarments, and he manages to put two and two together and realize that she's been stupid. And then she does what's, I'm going to say, not a conventional offense when you get caught cheating on your husband, which was to just berate him for a height about how much of a non-man and non-masculine entity that he is. And you know what? Normally I wouldn't like this kind of character, but you know what? Gabe wants to take it on the chin. If anything, I think he kind of frankly enjoys it to a certain degree. And she's really good at what she does when it comes to fucking belittling people. It's like, so it's sometimes it's mean,
like
and when you get so good at it, sometimes it's a talent. And Noel Snow is really good at ripping people a new one.
I feel that if the two of them had conversed about what they were into from the start, everyone would have been happy because she could have been the dominatrix, and I'm sure he would have been happy to be her sub.
Why didn't you tell me? We could have just sorted all of this out. I know. Now stamp on my balls and tell me I'm a dirty boy. Okay.
She actually throws a shot at professional wrestling in this movie, and that pissed me off.
Yeah, except it was
Because it's
semi-valid.
still real to you, damn it.
Yeah.
That guy does conventions. Did you know that?
Yes, he has a t-shirt for some reason.
MJF and guys like that are out breaking their fucking necks, literally diving off of ladders all the time. And this dude literally sat in a WWE audience and cried one time. And he literally has a desk sitting beside these assholes at conventions.
To be fair, it can be said that from a certain point of view, he did that in their defense because they're out there breaking their necks doing all this stuff.
I give zero shits, dude. I give props to a lot of motherfuckers.
Whoa.
I give props to a lot of motherfuckers.
He doesn't cry about it.
To go, hey, Carter, roll up to this table. Sign some fucking autographs for $50 for supporting the cause.
You found Carter's button.
I fucking...
give it.
That was... Wow. That was an honest opinion. That was an honest opinion.
Whoa.
Carter's like normally, I give zero fucks.
I'm just saying, dude.
So anyway, Gabe unties his wife. He fills her in that I'm kind of on the trail of this story, and I think this all might be tied into the story that we're tied into. Some things or maybe I should handle this like I did with Elves. That makes a lot more sense because a lot of the plot in the middle doesn't really need to be there. Okay, and then some stuff happens, and they realize that his editor Michael Brecker,
sleazy.
He's working in cohorts with the goddamn elves to try and help him get done so that he doesn't get done, basically. And then his wife, essentially Vinnie Jones, is the editor while they're driving in a car until he spills the beans. And then they realize that there's an evil version of Santa that's off doing these things, and they need to go sort stuff out. Mostly because it's the right thing to do, but also mostly because the elves aren't going to fuck off and leave them alone unless they resolve this whole fucking issue or whatever. And then they get attacked by a load of elves at some stage, at which point this kind of midnight cowboy comes in and helps save the day. And
Cowboy Curtis.
Yeah.
My favorite though is they're getting attacked by gimpy elves.
Yeah, they're very gimpy.
I called them bondage elves. I was watching this film with Kat and I was like, oh, cool, they've got bondage elves.
S&M
I was
elves?
calling them I was saying S&M elves, and then I just went bondage elves. And after a while, I was kind of like, I do believe without all the makeup and stuff, they might be hot bondage elves as well. And I'd probably have been right.
S&M elves.
Really?
Carter does not
I'll tell
agree.
you what, you two
Look
can
at
discuss
this.
that one off air. How about that? Anyway, moving on.
Look at the cast listing. You'll see I'm probably right.
So the Snows, just to clarify, not talking about Game of Thrones. The Snows, they winter has already come and they are getting attacked by gimpy elves. No, sorry, not gimpy elves, because that's implied that they're not good at running around or anything. They're getting attacked by elf gimps. That's what I meant.
Bondage elves.
Yeah.
Nope. Gives us right. Okay.
I don't even know what he's talking about.
About the fact they're probably attractive without all the makeup crap.
So, yes, Midnight Cowboy comes up. Then they're all on essentially the same course because he's trying to resolve the Santa issue as well. And they're all kind of like, why don't we team up? Because there's a lot of these elves and it would be really handy if the thing. And there's this thing that they need to find that will help them find Santa.
Well,
it's
we know
Rudolph's
for
nose.
sure that it. We know for sure
It's
that
a
it holds
sacred
off
artifact.
the elves. So if nothing else, it
That
will
was it.
protect.
Yeah. It's like elf repellent.
Yeah.
So they go on the hunt for Santa. They eventually do find Santa. Turns out Santa's a vampire. Or Closferatu, which I won't lie to you. That's the line where the movie won me hands down. And I was like, well, sir, well played. You made me lol. And
I was trying to come up with a name, and I had Nosferatu Claus and Santa but the Closferatu did not occur to me. I was like, ah, damn, why didn't I think of that?
It was a genuine stroke of scripting genius.
Fuck yeah.
Closferatu. So they have many jewels with the Closferatu until eventually the actual Santa Claus shows up. And then it goes Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, but on a budget of like $25.
They breakdance
in the middle of someone's fucking like housing estate.
Yeah,
that didn't make sense because they are in the house or cabin or wherever the fuck they were when Santa Claus shows up. And they're like, "No, I'll take care of it." And it's like we had to change scenery. We left. We had to go to some other different location
because they changed scenery because Vampire Santa had initially beaten normal Santa. All of them had fled into the city. That's how they ended up back in the cityscape. At which point Santa came back and they had the big fight.
And if you're going to throw down front yard, like, we've got room to move, or crowded in a house with a shit ton of dead bodies.
As I said,
I'm going to go ahead and take the front porch.
It was basically Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon without any of the wire work or fight choreography. Actually, to be fully honest, it really looked like two dudes who've never done martial arts watched a DVD about Tai Chi one time.
Or watched Last Fucking Hero of Canton or any of the fucking 90s. Just when you're meant to, when Closferatu takes off the stuff and all of a sudden he's enclosed, it looked like a fucking, like you'd expect to see one of the English guys from fucking, Once Upon a Time in China or something, trying to beat up one.
I think they were going for Vlad the Impaler.
I was thinking a mix of both.
I thought so too.
Definitely felt like Vlad the Impaler was the vibe they were going for with it. Yes, Tommy is vampire, baby cakes. Yeah. Maybe Tommy is vampire. Who knows?
And it only got better when that little kid popped off. Kick his ass, Santa. You know I will. Like, I was just fucking rolling. Like, I could not stop laughing at this point, dude.
That was good.
Your standards are low.
Kick his motherfucking
That's not
ass.
low, dude. Like, I have a very broad respect of just like.
I mean, already at that point, I was already out. So I mean, is what it was.
The only thing that, honest to God, this, as I said, this is a movie that it does the right amount of taking itself serious, but also does the right amount of knowing what they got. If you know what I mean.
Right.
Why did Why did Santa Claus sound demonic?
But it was
when he
like
started talking at the end.
Santa Claus.
Yeah, he was like, "It's okay."
I
was like, why does he have that
to put it
voice?
in the terms that the kids use these days, I believe he leveled up.
Sure.
Yeah. Hashtag Bear Bunny for life. I'm in the fluffle. Yeah. So yeah, this is a weird movie. The only thing I actually didn't like about this, because it's like, as I said, it's the right amounts of. They took the storyline serious and then figured how the funny works within the realms of that storyline. And there's this nice kind of like Police Squad or, Naked Gun kind of thing, where it's like the storyline and the things that are happening are mental, but the characters all take it 100% seriously, which always is entertaining. The only part of this that I didn't enjoy is that after making such a big ruckus about this goddamn conspiracy about the fucking Rudolph Flight 1225 thing, I would have liked to find out if he actually did it. Would have been nice.
Actually did what?
Blew up the plane.
Oh, he got a slap at the plane, all right, yeah. But I don't think it was intentional. I think Rudolph was trying to get away from all this madness and got a slap of a plane, and that's what caused the accident. Everyone was after Rudolph's nose because it would shift the balance of power in the war between Christmas time and commercialism.
That was what they were looking for. Rudolph's nose. Rudolph's nose is what kept the elves away. That was it. I couldn't remember what it was.
Cowboy
that's why old boy showed up with the fucking
got the nose.
Yeah, so,
which I love the fact. No, I love the fact that they kicked over to cartoon to tell that backstory. That was just fucking brilliant.
And the after credits backstory.
Yeah.
Where it explains what Gabe did on that it explains Gabe's trip to investigate a possessed snowman rather than sticking with Hot Noel for their first Christmas together. Turns out that snowman was possessed. Power of Christ was compelling it.
And the fact that those, like, the husband and wife just come from two fucked up, like, histories.
That whole story time.
When it turns out the two people you've been rooting for the whole movie may be the biggest monsters in the whole piece.
Oh, exactly.
I killed my whole family. It's okay, Gabe.
Noelle is a big fucking pulling her sister's teeth out with fucking pliers.
She went out 5 times during the week. Right. She went 5 times. I was in stitches laughing at that.
I'm like, holy
And then
shit.
She's like, tell me how your parents died. I just told you that I'm an evil person who stole my sister's teeth, like a fucking sociopath. And then she's like, you tell me what you did. Oh, I killed my whole fucking family with rat poison. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? What is going on?
That was fucking hilarious.
And then, how did she become? When did she get Wolverine healing powers? The chick just had foot surgery to have something GPS removed from her foot. 2 seconds later, she's walking around like nothing fucking happened.
Better question: how the fuck did she miss somebody slipping a GPS tracker the size and shape of a gingerbread cookie into her fucking foot in the first place?
Christ, this movie.
But that also goes back to her being
But it had ninja nuns, dude. It had ninja nuns.
Yeah, well, them too. The most useless characters that I thought were going to be okay. This is kind of cool, and then they get offed in like 10 seconds by fucking Claus for Raw to the place.
But they got taken out by a bigger
At least they fucking showed up alive at one stage during the fucking movie.
Right.
Jesus Christ!
The only time you saw the
got taken
mercenary
out by a
priest and
bigger
demonic
boss.
alive were in the fucking trailer.
Oh my god! Like they're like, here, these people are going to save the movie. 5 seconds later, they're all fucking dead. I was like, what? What an absolute waste of my goddamn time.
There was one left for a while.
Synopsis.
I didn't. Don't worry, I got you
I
covered.
know you didn't. You fucking.
And not to mention, like everybody.
Every time those ninja nuns came on the TV, so did Giz.
I didn't quite that time.
It was, oh my god, his room was like at the end of Jack Frost 2.
Just like a Jackson
white
Pollock painting.
everywhere. And then we found the lady underneath all of the foam. Because, oh my god, I hate this so much.
but it was so fucking fun, man.
I hate these movies make me hate Christmas.
I don't know why. They're fun.
Why do you think I put them on?
They've
I
got
fucking hate
Santa,
Christmas, and I'll
like-
bring everybody goddamn with me.
Now I know why he hates Christmas,
You're
because
failing,
these
dude.
movies were made.
I'm
You're
pretty sure
failing,
these
dude.
films aren't the reason.
Jesus Christ. I'm taking my Santa Claus hat off.
Take it or let it fall off.
Yeah.
Fuck you,
That happens,
gravity.
Oh my God,
You
these
have
movies.
no
Like,
bones. Will we move into the trailer for
Sure.
240? Enjoy,
Sorry,
people.
I can
because
only get
this is a
much
fucking,
angrier.
This is something. We'll see you in a minute.
He's coming to town, you know. He only comes out at night. He dresses in blood red. He uses unknown sorcery to infiltrate billions of homes in one night.
It's a big old war on for Christmas.
They've got an army and we've got a bat.
Merry Christmas, Noel.
Merry Christmas, Gabriel.
Sorry,
Somebody
the budget
walked
for
home
Jack
with $60,000.
$70,000. What in the actual holy fuck is going on, Hollywood?
It was a
Somebody
suggestion.
That's what somebody
Not
theorized.
Right.
Oh,
somebody walked.
Someone. That sounds like someone theorized, going, "Sure, you can't make a movie for less than 70,000." Show me where the money
Beg to
went.
differ.
Show me where the fucking money.
I was
went.
going to say, I think somebody walked away from that picture with $60,000 in their pocket.
Well, some of the production money also goes into distribution.
$60,000 in their pocket. Okay, then let's see. It wasn't distributed very well, so $65,000 in there, $70,000.
The money definitely went somewhere because
there
I
was
can
no
tell
budget.
you it didn't go on the fucking snowman
Yeah.
or any of the practical effects or special effects.
They went to the dollar store and they made a movie.
So anyway, are we scoring two front teeth?
I'm going to give it a high. I'm going to give it a solid 3, but enjoyable 3.
I'm giving it a fucking awesome 3.
How is there different levels of 3?
Because I'm like, 3. Two front teeth.
3 is a magic number, as has been said famously.
Right.
Schoolhouse Rock.
Like, this movie made my voice like go up higher when I said 3. It was just like, oh,
3?
Right.
Yeah, that as in a question, like 3, really? Huh? What?
Buzz is
That's what I
0.
say. Yes.
Jesus Christ.
I guess either a high 2 or a low 3. 2.5.
I like the way how now that I have calculator for doing all of this, Giz is just like, oh, I'll throw the points out all I want now.
Hey, whoa.
Hey, I made it easy for you. I give it a 0.
I only threw a point out a while ago because I was trying to make your life easier by doing the calculations for you.
Okay, right.
There's 3
Even
in the family.
with the calculator, there was still some brain math needed, but not a lot of brain math. So the do you know what? I learned my lesson after the last time, which is to shrink this down a little bit more before I put the rating in.
369.
I've learned my lesson today.
12, 15, 18.
Right. So we have a gore rating of
21, 24, 27, 30.
2.1.
You and Bill need to check.
Man and a woman had a little baby.
Technically, it's 2.125, but 2.1.
Yes, there's 3 in the family.
I'd say Bill might have forgotten to type in the 1 after the decimal point. Perhaps.
Yeah.
That's a magic number. I probably would have enjoyed these movies a little bit better if I just took a pure straight line of cocaine.
Dude,
I did it on a
drink while
calculator,
watching
Bill.
these
It's
movies.
2.125.
I think the way that how Elves, the visuals, that's the visuals I should have been seeing when I watched these movies, because
like I said, dude, I didn't even know I
It's
wanted
not
Kung
9,
Fu
it's
Santa.
8.5.
8, 6, 7, 5, 3,
That's where the math is wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8.5, not 9.
It's 8.5 is the accumulative addition of all of our ratings, and then divide by 4, which is 2.125.
Three in the family.
Like,
because I was
no,
a high
we didn't
3.
each
Giz
get
was 2.5, and Carter was a high 3, and 0 from Buzz.
He thought all three of us gave 3.
Yeah.
No,
so
now that I've seen Kung Fu,
What?
I was gonna say, now that I've seen Kung Fu Fighting Santa and Gimp Elves, I want more movies like this. Like, I just
And you are the reason why these movies keep getting made.
And I'm the reason
because you're watching them, and you said you want them to be. I'm gonna have a talk with you.
Give me. You know what? I'm going to humor this.
How the fuck is this my fault, motherfucker?
I'm going to humor this more than I normally would. Can you?
I didn't say you in general.
No, Bill. Bill is saying it's my fault. Go fuck yourself, Bill.
Oh.
Give me a rough idea there of what your talk with Carter would be like.
Why?
Because I'm
Carter,
just intrigued.
why?
Oh,
because they
No, that was my talk.
Gotcha.
Right.
And also, let me have some of what you're having, because that's all then.
Like, I feel your mistake was you saw the trailers or things for some of these movies, and for some reason thought you were getting
I
a
didn't
good
see any
movie.
trailers. No, I don't watch trailers of these movies. I watch them as soon as we watch them.
Okay.
Like, as soon as you're like, these are these movies, I
feel
watch.
You mistakenly, for some reason, watched 2 to 3
wrong
minutes of this
movies? I
movie
hope so.
and thought this could be a good movie, or any of the movies tonight.
I never went into these movies thinking they were good. You already said that they were.
I like this, man. It's just stupid fun.
Bad shit.
It's stupid fun. Do you know what I mean?
And you were like, it's charming. I'm like, where the fuck do you get charming from?
And then, of
the
course,
characters are quirky, man.
What? You have heart. You have a freaking story about a girl who rips her sister's teeth out with pliers.
Yes,
and
but
the other
you have
dude
to
killed his family. Where's the heart?
You
there?
have to
She
take.
did it for a good
The
cause.
heart is on
You
the
have
floor.
You have to. I'm
after
not
being
talking
torn
about the
out.
heart of the storyline. I'm talking about, you can tell there's a bit of heart went into the production.
Yes,
Man, that was that was the funniest part of the entire thing, man. Those stories were hilarious.
And I mean, technically, she was doing it for
You
like
scare
a greater
me.
good.
That's all. Is you scare me. No, there was no.
Like, I'll tell you what, man. At least they did a bit of a fucking color grade on this. They tried to do something that wasn't put a 1K light in front of the actors. Do you know what I mean? There's a little bit more effort put into this than there was
the bare minimum.
Jack Frost 2. And also, in my defense of saying it's charming, you don't find the murderous background stories of your 2 lead actors until literally the last scene of the movie. Until that point, and genuinely, Pam was watching this with me, we were kind of rooting for Gabe, where it was kind of like, I'm not saying box the bitch in the face, but I really think you should fucking, you need to give that lady a fucking what for, do you know what I mean? Hey! No!
She would probably have liked it.
I think she also would have murdered that man.
Right. No, dude, because he tried and he couldn't even fucking pull it off in the hotel. She even looked at him like,
She would have
"Yep,
teared
hit
his
me."
ball sack
Okay,
straight
try.
from his.
Hey, Joseph, how are you?
Hey, Joe.
Mind Ripper.
Hey,
Trevor
I'm
has
Trev.
arrived.
Also, hello.
Welcome. Yeah, at the end of the show. Better late than never. Well done, Trev.
Better late than never.
I think this is going to be the new GoreCast tradition. Is every year Buzz hates Christmas more and more and more.
I'll get
That
you all
is
one
what
by
Johnny
one.
wants.
Then you're gonna
Don't
have to
let
find
him
this
win.
movie, dude.
Do not let him win.
Well, it's
Right.
all good stuff next week. I'm handling it the way they do on Hot Ones with the fucking chicken wings. I'm doing a symphony of shit. I've brought you down to the deepest lows today, and then next week when we're doing the TV things episode, I'm bringing you up to some of the entertaining. What?
Sorry, I thought you were going to say you were going to drop him into an even deeper bucket of shit.
No, that wouldn't be conducting a symphony. That'd be throwing him over a ledge.
And that wouldn't be possible either.
If he just endlessly keeps falling down, that's getting brought over a ledge. No, next week we're going to be doing the season 6, episode 6 of The X-Files, which was a Christmas special that I can't remember the name of. We're going to be doing season 3, episode 3 of Supernatural, which is a very supernatural Christmas, which should make up for literally everything I did to you today. Just that alone will make up for literally everything. Eccles and Jensen having a good time.
My voice hurts.
And
that's
there's an episode of Buffy in as well, which is, if memory serves me correctly, good.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
I don't mean good as in a good. I can't remember how good it was because it's been a while since I've seen Buffy.
But I know that Supernatural one just fucking rocked, dude.
Yeah, the Supernatural Christmas is fucking great crack.
Mm.
I have a new film for you to watch, 2020 Norwegian film called Mortal. I think I've seen that.
Cool.
Suspense and folklore. Oh. Yeah, I think that's us for the night. If you are new to the GoreCast page or you're watching this on the rewind and you haven't been here before, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button down below. Oh, I should get rid of the trailer first before I start doing all of this. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button down below as we're growing the channel and we're trying to get it up to the magical number of 1,000 where yada yada yada, officially recognized by YouTube, yada yada yada, won't be allowed monetized because of yada yada yada, Bloomhouse, yada yada yada, YouTube policies, yada stuff. All of our social media links are in the description box down below, so go there. There's a Discord channel where we all be chatting during the week and doing things like that, and all of our other things where you can find us. And other than that, oh, I never put on the new trailer. Oh no, wait, no, maybe I did.
Hang on, Bill's saying the bell is too loud still. You can't,
oh
and
yes,
nobody
the
can
bell,
hear
the
anything.
bell, the bell, the bell, the bells. That's John. Sign punch, shook-a-dunk. Subscribe button, shook-a-dunk. Thank you. I keep forgetting about that. That is resolved now because I won't forget about that because it's done. Yeah, so that's it. We'll catch you all during the week where we're going to be talking about some mod horror bollocks, which will be Sunday, where we murder people in a video game that involves murdering people. Catch you later, guys. Bye.
Oh, stupid fucking dishes. I fucking hate cleaning. Hey, over here! Oh, goddamn dishes. I feel like it's just washing the same dish over and over and over again. Hey! What the fuck?
Careful you don't cut yourself with that knife.
That is...
You left the sink running, asshole!
Stupid creepy goddamn fucking doll freaking the fuck out of me. I hate it. Literally scared the shit out of myself. Poopy.
Beware, evildoer, for I am the coup!
What the f... This is getting too fucking weird.
I hope you remember to wash your hands!
Goddamn creepy bears are freaking me the fuck out. You gotta stop. What is that noise? I know that noise. What is that noise?
Bedue Dambala! Give me the power I plead of thee! Ave Due
You puppet possessing fuck! What the fuck are you up to?
Nothing.
You're pulling a goddamn Chucky on me. I know that incantation. I've seen the Chucky movies.
I don't know what you're talking about. Why
are you puppet harassing me? I was bored.
Bored?
Yeah, bored, man.
Seeing as you're so into Chucky, there's a new season, or a Chucky TV series out. Oh, that'll alleviate your boredom.
Oh.
It's very good, actually.
Oh.
Actually, that gives me a good idea for an episode. Join myself and the kids this Sunday, 8:30 p.m. CST, and whatever that equates to is GMTs, only on American Horrors. We're going to be talking about the new season of Chucky that came out, and it's fucking mwah.